5 minutes after 9 o'clock, we are ready to answer your questions about your lawns and your gardens. Well, not we. Carol Ann is here. I'll just kind of say hello. You're on the air. But anyway, Carol Ann Baldwin is here. She is a master gardener. She will have the answers you need about your lawns and your gardens. And today, some special guests in the studio. They are from PP Tiki Huts here in Ocala. Is it PNP or PP?
PNP.
PNP Tiki Huts. And they are Robert and Maria Zubieta. So good morning to all three of you. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
And Caroline, we missed you last week.
Yes, I was out last week, but you had Dave Goodman in, and I understand that y'all had a good time
He
with
was
him.
great,
And,
yeah.
And I hope to use Dave in the future for substitutions and things like that. With Kathleen retired. I lost a great, second hand. And so as I, in search of somebody to be able to fill in, and Dave Goodman came about, and I was like, yes, I think I can work with that. And it was last minute. Well, not really last minute. I gave him a couple weeks notice, and so he was good with it.
Nice.
So everything was good.
And we're going to learn about Tiki Huts today.
Yes, we are. And this is exciting because I missed and I was keyed in on it, and I just realized, oh, wow, I did see that email, and it just went right on past my vision and my brain. No. So I'm going to learn right along with everybody else as they tell us a little bit about P&P Tikis and more. The website is fabulous. The photographs, I don't know who did your photography, but great photographs, great tiki huts, waterfalls, hardscaping, all that stuff. Tell us a little bit about it.
Basically, we provide state-of-the-art cascades, ponds, fountains, landscaping, fencing, our tiki huts, which is our number one thing. Okay. And we even do some animal enclosures for people that have exotic animals,
nice,
birds and so forth. We've done some wild cats down in South Florida.
Really?
Yeah, some people that own cats, and we're just doing a good job right now. And basically, anything you want to turn your backyard into something beautiful, we can do it for you.
Nice. And you also do within. I'm seeing on the features. Ponds, fountains, streams, waterfalls, rainwater harvesting.
Yes, ma'am. We're real big into that right now. We're trying to go in that direction. Everybody seems to be gravitating to that. It's a great program. The state of Florida has a great program too with your natural plants, using your natural plants in your landscape, and the water collection. I think is a great thing for our water conservation, right. And we're just gravitating towards that and helping people get that done in their house.
Are these recirculating waterfalls?
Recirculating waterfalls, and we're even getting into now. Everybody's doing your downspouts off your roof,
right?
Catching all your rainwater into barrels and using that in your pond. So we're not using all your, if you're in the city or the county, you're not using the water from the county or the city
to keep your
ponds always. You're gonna get evaporation in the ponds, and you got to refill them. Why not use the rainwater?
Right.
So that's kind of what we're getting towards right now.
Cool.
So.
And I guess. A lot of folks, I know a few years ago we had spoken about rain gardens. Mm-hmm. So I guess some of this is also incorporated where the areas that possibly are flood occasionally on those sides of those ponds and things like that. So that's great. And you say some of the paving, fencing, state of the art. Is that state of the art custom paving or fencing?
We do paving, and we do continuous concrete borders. I don't know if you've seen them. They're kind of like borders that we do with a machine, we can basically wrap your areas, your gardens up inside your lawn. Just give a continuous look. We can design them with designs on them, make them look like natural stone. So we do a lot of things in that way. We have some guys that are really good. Some of my guys are just good professionals, kind of artists. I call them artists. Their just minds go crazy sometimes in the yards, and kind of like doing stuff intricate for people, make it look
right. Becomes a hardscape, but that is
it looks natural also.
I have seen some out there that are really just does look like stones in a line that
it's amazing looking stuff. On the website, the pictures are really outstanding.
Right, and the website is just so that folks could actually start to poke in on that is
www.pptikihuts.com.
There you go.
Okay, and our phone number is 352-877-3307. If you guys need any questions, we come out and give consultations for free. We're willing to go out and I'll talk to anyone and help anybody get the right idea in their yard and help you guys turn your backyard to just your dream place. That's kind of like what we do.
Right. Now, so many people now are you the trend has become more outdoor living space where you've got the outdoor kitchens, and these tiki huts I'm seeing on the website are definitely ones where you're putting an outdoor kitchen, a whole entertaining area, and I know many people, I know myself included, I spend most of my time outside. I don't put me in four walls if I don't have to be. It's just like the wild animals, don't cage us up. So those are great. Do you all do any of your own growing of anything, or you have contract lands?
Everything,
growers?
and with the Cheeky Huts, a little history on them. They are native to the Native Americans,
right?
And we do use all native stuff in Florida. Everything is sourced from our lands here in Florida.
Oh, great!
All our timber is sourced from here. And actually, now that we're in Marion County, because we're from South Florida,
right.
We're actually sourcing to all our vendors here in Marion County. We love Marion County, and we just want to source everything from here. All our palm fronds, our pine, everything is sourced right here from Marion County.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So the roofs are actual.
They are actual
palm.
Yes, actual palm fronds that we use from Florida here, and we actually weave them together to create them. They're waterproof and wind resistant, and they also let the heat out from under the roof. So they're very cool. The temperature under there is just amazing. How cool it is compared to what is outside.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like they're all sizes. It looks like there's some really big ones in there.
We could do them all sizes and shapes. We can go 4 ways. We can go round, square, rectangle. You basically want it, we could put it anywhere you want. Right. So we could do a lot of things with it.
Now, with the homeowner, just thinking of the palm frond, because actually my husband and I built a tiki hut years ago and did the palm frond. The whole thing. I got stung by many a spit devils harvesting the palm fronds out of the woods in my yard. But I was spat at by spit devils. How do you keep the fronds from deteriorating?
They last naturally. The way we weave them together and the way you pitch the roof and the water stays off of it, it's a natural. They last naturally in the wild, and they basically conserve themselves. And they have a lifespan. When we're looking to get 10, 15 years out of them.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually a good. If you put it the right way and you do it the right way, which we do it the right way, they will last that long. Nice, because that was one thing we had, because we, not really knowing what we were doing. We did it. Ours lasted probably about 5 or 6 years before it started to leak and break down. The key is the water.
Like
Here in Florida, especially the humidity in the water. As long as the water don't get in there and under there, they will last. So.
Right.
And we do spray them also for the pests.
Okay.
And for organic spray on them, we do keep the bugs off. And we do
okay.
That.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So how do we know what to ask for? If you come to my house and I say, here's my yard, what should I do? I mean, where do we start?
Well, here's my thing, and I've been doing this for a while, and I pick your brain, see what you do what are the functions you like to do in your backyard. What do you want to get out of your backyard?
Okay.
Not only visually, aesthetically, what do you physically want to get out of your backyard?
What are your activities in your yard?
What are you doing? I got a lady the other day that, they have a gorgeous backyard, and she just didn't like being there from up north. They retired here, and it was really hot. The sun really, did a damage to her. And now that she's got a tiki in the back.
So she wanted shade.
She wanted shade, basically. Wanted a place to hang out by the pool and just keep out of the sun. And her husband told me today she won't come inside now. So it's just a place for you to hang out and get out of the sun, the harsh Florida sun that we have here. And just a beautiful thing too as well, so.
Is it a relaxing area for entertaining, or are you doing that this becomes your bar? It depends on what it is you're looking for out there in the landscape.
Well, one thing also too, the natural look of the palm frond is just a relaxing. It's like you're under trees. You sit under an oak tree here and you relax. It's like you're under the trees when you're under.
Right.
It is what it looks like.
It is more natural than a stiff gazebo.
Exactly, a metal roof or something, shingles. It's just got a natural feeling to it. It's just awesome.
Then you have a gazebo on your website. Do you make that as a tiki gazebo?
Yeah, we could put the tiki on top of it. Yes, sir.
Oh wow, and that's cooler than a normal roof would be.
Because of the fact that the palm fronds, the way we weave them, the sun, like a metal roof gets off so much heat on the bottom. Even your shingle roofs that are wood absorb a lot of heat onto the roof.
Yeah.
These palm fronds reflect that heat off, and where we vent it in the bottom, the heat rises up through there, and the temperature just so much cooler under there.
Wow. And you told us off the air that you designed them yourselves.
Yes.
Right. And so we could start from, it could be small, it could be large.
It could be small, large, put it over anything you want. And, it's, the sky's the limit, basically, I tell my customers. So.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Literally,
you can do whatever you
yeah.
want with it, you know?
Yeah.
And it looks like with some of them, of course, that you can bring power into them, just as any other outdoor living area would be. You can still bring your power out to it, and so you can do your outdoor kitchens.
With fans on people want to put fans on the wicker fans, stuff like that. So it's a lot of things you could do with them.
Oh, sure. And these are big enough, even like community center kind of things.
We down south we've done some like for churches, halls, and sort of like what your VFW is up here, and just for big parties. You're talking about 50 by 100 foot square. So we could do them pretty big.
That's exciting stuff. Carolyn, we need to take a little break. We're up against our 15-minute break, but we've got another 45 minutes left in the show. So remember, if you have any questions about your garden or about tiki huts today, or just all of these things, is go to pptikihuts.com and look at some of these pictures, and then you'll have questions that you might not have had otherwise. So we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Plenty of clouds and breezy today with a shower and thunderstorm around. Mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior, though, the high 79 to 83. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm, low 63 inland, 70 at the coast. Clouds and some sun tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm, the high 81 to 85. For Thursday, partly sunny, high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Who did this?
P&P Tikis and more, of course. Now I have a tiki hut for shade, and I can enjoy the sounds of my cascading fountain while feeding my koi fish in my own pond. They even fixed my fence and redid all my landscaping. Nice to see a professional, reliable, family-owned business. Yes, P&P Tikis is the natural Florida tiki builder and water features designer. With free estimates, P&P Tikis is licensed and insured. Call 352-877-3307 for your very own tiki hut and more. That's 352-877-3307. P&P Tikis.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Got a garden, and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750. You're listening to The Source, your home for Fox News and Fox Sports Weekends.
All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, let's return to Carol Ann Baldwin in the garden with Carol Ann. Carol Ann's guests today, Robert and Maria Zubieta, and they are here from P&P Tiki Huts and Tikis and more, actually, with some other garden designs, fountains, etc. And we need to mention that this the Carol Ann Show is brought to you in part by Bob Wine's Community Gardens and Nursery, as well as by P&P Tiki Huts. So thank you for the sponsorship.
There we go. Yeah, and seeing just going through, I guess this is all off of your website, is on you say your landscaping is your logo, and it's your unique signature. You want to can you explain a little on
our
that?
cheekies are what our signature is here. That's basically what we're trying to go off. We've been doing landscaping for many years, but the cheekies to us is our focal point right now, because we want to bring it to North Florida. It's not up here, and it's a beautiful thing. It's part of our history in Florida as well. So
Sure.
that's one thing I tell my customers, and that's basically our focal point right there.
Right. So, but okay, I was going to say, because I saw something about, or I think I had asked, but I'm not sure if we got to it. Do you contract your landscaping material, or like your plants, or do you actually have landscaper nurseries that are you all's nurseries, or is it ones that are growing for you?
We're just basically sourcing out of Marion County right now. Our plants locally here.
Okay.
And I don't know Marion County. I kind of go out somewhere, try to find the best deals I can find.
Right.
But we're getting it out, and we don't contract nobody. We do all the work ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, it's the local, here in the, going after the local nurseries is a nice thing. There's, a lot of mom and pop places that have had some issues, with the economies and such as that. As, when building ceased, so did landscaping. And now that building and the economy is coming back up, people are looking at doing their own yard. They're putting their money back into their home and their landscape and their gardens and things like that. So they're, nice to be able to go through some local sources versus going out of town or going, I always hate to say, the big box store.
Yeah, right.
But and those kind of things. And speaking, just to add something else in, is because the Master Gardener plant sale is this Sunday, or is this Saturday, my bad, from 8 till like noon. They have quite a list of plants that are all going, a lot of natives, a lot of just Florida-friendly plants, annuals, perennials, herbs, ground covers. Where are we at? There's some trees, fruit trees, oak trees, peach trees, your Walter's viburnum, sweet gum, Simpson's stopper, your eastern redbuds, a lot of native trees to the area. So something nice to think about if you're thinking of your landscape and you're thinking of having something else put in to design around some of these kind of things. So it would be, work in conjunction. You got your eyes on some certain plants. You need a certain stonework done, some nice sidewalking or walkways paved through, or I guess I should not necessarily paved through, but the pavers is the word I'm looking for on that. So you might think of working those two kind of things together. And you're at a Citra. Do you have a showroom in Citra, or is it just a?
We have a satellite office in Citra.
Oh, okay.
We go see the customers out in their home.
Out in the home. So you need to check out. You do need to take a look at the website, which is pptikihuts.com. So that works.
All right. This is maybe a dumb question. Can you have fish in those ponds?
Yes, definitely. We do a lot of aquaculture. We're getting big into that right now. People like seeing the fish.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm sourcing the fish trying to get them locally. It's a little hard to get the fish locally. Your koi's and stuff like that, your catfish. People like catfish up here for some reason. They like to see catfish in the pond.
Catfish help clean the pond.
Exactly, keep the pond. And they're beautiful to me. They're all gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we're heavy into our plants in the pond. So, but yeah, we want kind of a natural system and an ecosystem that you could build. To me, that's the best way to go. When you get an ecosystem going in your yard, to me, that's awesome. Just, the rainwater, you got the fish,
it looks
plants.
beautiful.
It's just an amazing thing when you put it all together. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing that there's something therapeutic just about the way it sounds.
Water is. Yeah. It's just the sound and the fish too. Just watching. If you ever had an aquarium as a kid, not the little bowl with the goldfish that you won at the carnival, but even that is something as sitting there and just watching them, the therapeutic use of running water in the pond, in the fountains, in the waterfalls.
One of the pictures on your website looks like a wishing well. What is that?
Which one's that one? Yeah, probably is. Maria, can you read it down that one?
Did somebody have a wishing well built?
We've done so many things.
We've done so many things. That's probably what you do see.
Yeah, probably what you see is a wishing well.
I think what you're seeing, though, is a fire pit.
That might be,
that's a fire pit. Okay.
Pit. But we've done so many different things. I mean,
and that's another thing to add out into the landscape. People like to sit around. We have chilly nights here, and
yes, we do.
And not just the chilly nights. What better to you sit around around your fire pit, and now it just makes a social setting. I've seen some fire pits too that were almost not on your site, but online where they're like a cooking area.
You can grill on them.
You can grill on them that they're at a height that they even have the tiles set in that you hear your word, and you can cook your own part, and you're sitting around and doing. Now that's cool.
That is cool.
And on our website we have something like that. We've done a couple.
We've done a couple things like that. Sort of like people like to roast marshmallows, put some hot dogs out there.
Right.
You put grates on the top, and you can cook on top of it. So. Yeah, it's a lot of things you could do with those.
So did you also install the pool that you can swim in? It looks like there's a swimming pool in here too.
No,
you did not do that.
We did all the landscaping around.
Oh, the landscape. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do not do pools.
Wow, that would be a great place for, like, if you had one of those big birds, those big white birds. What do you call them? Cockatiel?
Cockatoo. Yeah.
Not a cockatiel.
No, cockatiel's a little one.
The cockatoo is the big one.
Cockatiel.
Well, so wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. It just opens up your imagination.
And that's where the animal structures would come in. Is that you could build an aviary out in the yard,
and we build aviaries.
Well, it came about with that people that had these beautiful birds, and once we did their yard. What do you do with this gorgeous parrot that you have now in this cage? Well,
right.
Let's build it an aviary where it can he's part of your yard now. And let me tell you, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful when you can have the animal loose in a big enclosure. You can walk in there and get the landscaping.
Them to have
put landscaping inside of it. It's really, really
in a little
great.
cage.
Right. Exactly. And even you could even do your butterfly garden in there, and have
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid they'd fly away though.
Well, but with a screened enclosure,
right.
And some would, and unless you would have to. That would be one that you'd actually have to work on your lands, your gardening there, just because of the consumption and the whole thing with that. But it's a thought on that. Butterfly, enclosures are.
So, are we talking about people who have like a lot of land, or could you do this on a normal quarter-acre lot?
Do it on basically anywhere. And you have a little spot in the back. You don't even have to have a yard. You want to put a roof on your concrete. We can even install them on concrete. We'll put them on a concrete. You have a big concrete area in the back by your pool, and you want to put a nice roof there.
Really?
We can put
and
it back.
What anchors it to the concrete?
We actually cut through the concrete, get down to the soil, and we go down into the ground, and we do put concrete inside and make the base very strong. So.
Oh wow! And that's how it resists is wind resistant.
Yeah,
yes, they're very wind resistant. Yes.
Wow! Does it whistle?
There's a whistle? No.
Yeah.
We whistle when we work up there.
I thought maybe when the wind is blowing.
No, it's
you figure though that when the breezes do blow through the edges of the fronds, again, there's another sound
they
that
do
you've got.
Kind of like I couldn't explain it to you. A little flickering it does. Yeah.
Wow. Between your skills and their skills, you should team up.
We are teaming up.
Right here on WCA, teamed up.
It seems like and it looks like plants play an important role in this whole vision, right?
It's a very important role. The landscaping without plants, especially in Florida here, why would you not use plants? I tell people all the time, what better environment and climate than Florida to put anything you want? We can just basically grow anything we want year round here.
That's true. Yeah,
we have an advantage that the Northerners don't have. We can grow beautiful
plants.
That's
true. Yeah,
and I'm sure, she's. I'm sure you're great at what you do. You show some gorgeous plants that you use.
Oh, there's all kinds of different ones, and in Central Florida you have the difference because you're more familiar with South Florida, but with Central Florida, we do have the climatic changes within the seasons. We do have seasons that that they don't have once you get down south of Orlando, where we can have some of those northern flowers at certain times a year, but then we can also keep our tropicals as well, giving us that some of those feelings, and because that's what a lot of people really want here in Central Florida. They like the opportunity to have some cooler weather in January and February, which I don't see why, but then they still want their tropical plants. They still want their birds of paradise. They still want the hibiscus and all of that, and that can be incorporated in, especially if you have some structuring or water and stonework and things, because those will all help to keep the ground warm, keep plants protected, and all of that. And the screen enclosures. I bet you do some great work under the bird cages, even just on some stonework and waterfalls and things.
Mm-hmm. And the animals love the water features.
Yeah.
They love it. It's just a part of when you incorporate the animals with it, it just takes it to that next level,
Right. Yeah, if you're landscaping for your butterflies, for your birds, for any of the natural ones, need to bring water in. Yep. And I hear we've got a break.
We have a little break coming up, yes. So we'll take a little break, got another half hour in the show. And remember, we are recording this not only as an audio, but as a video.
Right.
So you can see Carol Ann. And during the break, I'm going to try to get some of your pictures from your website onto the video so that people who are watching will be able to see it. But if you don't, go to the website. That's where all the pictures are. It's pptikihuts.com. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. ISIS now claims it's behind the attack in Texas at a Prophet Muhammad contest. This is authorities probe the backgrounds of gunmen killed in the attack.
30-year-old Elton Simpson and 34-year-old Nadir Sufi were roommates out of Phoenix, Arizona, and FBI agents swooped in on their apartment complex searching for clues.
Fox's Casey Stiegel in Garland, Texas.
Elton Simpson had been on the federal government's radar for some time. In 2006, the FBI started looking at him. Court documents show that he told an informant that he wanted to join radical fighters, or brothers as he called them, in Somalia.
The U.S. trade deficit swelling in March to a 6-year high, and a student in South Carolina arrested, police say, after she was caught on camera spitting and spraying window cleaner into food belonging to her roommates after a disagreement. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A man told his wife he was losing his grip on reality, and the best way to reclaim it was to go to Golfsmith for their fitting days, going on now. There he was custom fit for the latest clubs like Ping G30 irons and the Cobra Fly Z driver. Now he's got a better grip on his game and is winning every round he plays against his 3 imaginary friends. Get fit during Golfsmith fitting days. It's free, it's fast, it's fundamental. Golfsmith, anything for golf.
Every business trip starts with a choice. Stay or go. You can press send or press palms. Start a chat room or chat in an actual room. Just remember, this country wasn't built by folks waiting for opportunities to come to them. They went to their people and things got done. And if you're one of those business people, there's a range of choice hotels like Comfort Inn for every type of business trip.
Should I stay or should I go?
You always have a choice. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Are you still fertilizing flowers and vegetables the old-fashioned way?
Then switch to Dynamite Premium Plant Food. The secret to more flowers, bigger blooms, and more vegetables is consistent feeding. Dynamite Premium Plant Food is formulated for our Florida climate and has a unique coating that releases nutrition consistently, so there are no peaks and no valleys. Dynamite is just a terrific product. It even contains the micronutrients plants need in small quantities for maximum growth. With Dynamite, you get an explosion of color, flowers, and vegetables. Dynamite comes in a handy shake and feed plastic bottle. Just one application will last up to 6 months. For more flowers, bigger blooms, and more vegetables, try Dynamite Premium Plant Food today. Look for Dynamite at your Home Depot or Lowe's Garden Department. Visit on the web at dynamiteplantfood.com.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If your toddler seems to end up wearing more of their food than they eat, don't freak. Messy eaters, we now know, they tend to pick up languages more easily. Instead, our biggest dementia risk boils down to the foods we eat. Stay away from red meat, butter, sweets, and fried food. If you're trying to make a good impression on a man, do not worry about small flaws in your appearance like a chipped fingernail or a stain on your shirt, because chances are he won't even notice.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing. Who did this?
P&P Tikis and more, of course. Now I have a tiki hut for shade, and I can enjoy the sounds of my cascading fountain while feeding my koi fish in my own pond. They even fixed my fence and redid all my landscaping. Nice to see a professional, reliable, family-owned business. Yes, P&P Tikis is the natural Florida tiki builder and water features designer. With free estimates, P&P Tikis is licensed and insured. Call 352-877-3307 for your very own tiki hut and more. That's 352-877-3307. P&P Tikis.
So you need a credit card, but how do you choose? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have rewards, and we do too. They have customer service. Hello, 24/7. They have celebrities. Hey, Danny. But with Florida Credit Union, there's no annual fee, no liability for fraudulent charges, and no 22% interest rates. Choose Florida Credit Union, and you'll not only have a great credit card, but you'll have the support and personal touch that the big banks, well, can't touch. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock, let's return to In the Garden with Carol Ann. Carol Ann Baldwin's guests today are Robert and Maria Zubieta, and we're learning about what they do with tiki huts at P&P Tikis and More. Yes, that's the actual name of the company. Okay, well, back to you, Carol Ann.
Back to all of us.
And by the way, while you're talking, I'll show some of the pictures from the website. And if you want to see the whole website, go to pptikihuts.com, right?
Yep. And so, we were just trying to figure out whether or not we had left anything out. I don't think we have, but and we were saying, a lot of people. And we're not just aiming at you folks who've moved down here from other places to try to enjoy Florida and Central Florida's climate and plants and landscaping abilities and things like that. But people who've been here and you're just looking for those outdoor areas to entertain, to enjoy. Many people, especially those who garden and stuff, don't want to spend all their time in the house. That's why they do. That's why they garden, they landscape and things like that. And those are become very either social settings or serene settings. The places around the pool where we gather. Even if you have children, these can be, within those areas as well. We all like to cook out. You said about the stone grill where you can toast marshmallows and make s'mores. What better to do with the kids on in the Saturday evening out in the yard is to have those kind of things. You also have lighting, landscape lighting. Any kind of neat features that you've done with that, or
basically we just add lighting to you. Are your LED lights now the big things? We're going towards LED right now.
Oh,
A lot of solar powered stuff, which is
That's
big
nice,
right now, which I like, conserving a little energy and saving you guys on your bills. But anything we can get our hands on, we will implement it into the landscape.
I'm thinking of the solar on the lighting. Do you do anything with the solar pumps on the fountains and things? I know those are a little harder to find.
Right now, we're not doing that right now, but I have some customers over the years that have solar power in their houses, and they're using that. But as far as us putting the pumps in, no, right now we're going all
just going with the regular electric ones. Yeah, I know that's hard to. I think they're a little harder to find parts and service for the solar ones. I know people want to use them just so that they're not running their utility up to run their fountains and waterfalls and things. But I don't think they're that. I don't think they pull that much power.
They don't pull that much.
Yeah,
they don't pull that much.
And if you put it on a decent timer, you might even be able to cut some of that down as well. As you don't need to necessarily run it at 2 a.m. unless you're out there.
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
With fish, you may need to, but even that'll run on possibly a different system. Trying to think of the. Some other things to go with all of these is that.
One of the pictures shows a staircase. Can I ask about that? I mean, did you build that? It looks like a stone staircase. Wow.
Yeah, we did that there. And
what's that made out of?
It's all concrete. It's all concrete.
Wow. Yeah. It looks like granite.
Yeah.
We have done some out of natural stone.
Natural stone, but this one here you're seeing that is concrete steps right there.
Okay. Yeah. But then with the walls around it, it just makes it nice. It's like changing the elevation from.
Exactly. As you can see, we use a stone around. Travertine stuff.
What is travertine? What is that?
It's one of your stones, like a granite. It's
okay. That maybe is what I was looking at, right?
Yeah, it's different things, different stones that they use: granite, travertine, there's corium, stuff like that. There's different stones you can use.
Does the waterfall act like an aerator? I'm thinking about the fish.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it does.
That's what I wondered about, because with a fish tank, you have to have that aerator in there, keeping air in the water.
As long as the water is hitting on the water, it will create oxygen in the area.
That's what I wondered.
The area.
Wow.
It's also good for the plants. We use a lot of plants in the water.
Right.
I push my customers towards, all your floating native plants, and I don't want to take too much hyacinths, your water lettuce, stuff like that, which is good for the fish. It keeps the biosystem going, and all those plants need all that oxygen in there, and they create your system inside of your pond.
So would it attract Like alligators? Would it attract?
No. You're not connected.
You need a bigger water supply.
You're not really
what about
connected.
ducks? Would it attract ducks?
You can. It would. Yeah. Some places that we've done, where if you have a wide open yard, it will attract fauna from the area. Right. Animals that are from the area.
That'd be nice. A deer drinking out of your
deer. You get your raccoons. Your squirrels are going to be hanging out there. So
I would like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people don't.
I've heard bad things about squirrels always.
I know.
Squirrels do get. Well,
I'm a squirrel fan.
Yeah. Oh, they're awesome. They're cool.
In South Florida, I like the iguanas. You probably hate the iguanas, right?
Well, we don't hate them. They're becoming a problem right now. Yeah. They're just so. I worked for the county for many years down there, and they're just out of control right now. They're getting to where, they carry diseases in their mouth. Your child can get bit by one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that
part. And
part.
it's also it's damaging your natural things that are
growing. The ecosystem, the natural.
They're throwing the ecosystem off balance.
Really?
Because they of course are larger, so they eat more than the smaller lizards that are native to the area.
They're eating the smaller lizards.
Right, there you go.
Really? They're really bad down there.
Like the tree frog issue we have up here. It's probably down there too. The Cuban tree frog that eats the little native green tree frog and outbreeds them. So
we have a lot of problems down there. You got your boa, your snakes. You got your snake heads in the water. There's a lot of problems down there. Snake heads. Yeah, it's a fish that right now is out of control down south.
Okay.
From Palm Beach down, it's just eating all the native fish. And
was that one that was accidentally released during, with the hurricanes?
No, those were the snakes. The snakes, they finally realized the snakes were during the hurricane.
During Andrew.
Some of the breeders, they were flattened, and all these babies got loose onto the Everglades. It took them about 15 years to grab a hold. And now they're there.
Now they're there. Did you hear there was a fisherman in Arkansas that caught a piranha?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, the Mississippi River and stuff, they're having a big problem with the carp over there.
Yes,
the Chinese carp or whatnot.
Right. Because people let things loose they empty aquariums
from ponds and aquariums. And I have customers down south. I'm a licensed herbicide sprayer, and we use hyacinth and stuff in your yard. I don't want you when they're overgrown to be going to the canal next door
throwing them out
and throwing your hyacinths in the canal. Let me come get rid of them, or just throw them in the trash and dispose of them the right way. People, you need to educate your customers, and that's one thing I'm big on, to educating my customers.
Yeah.
So,
and that's something I'm always.
I know that's your thing. Yeah. I know you're big on educating our area.
Are we close enough to the water level that you could have natural water coming up, or is it too far down?
In my time here, remember we're a little new up here. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna hit groundwater. I mean, you would have to be really close to to one of the springs,
or something,
or the lakes and things like that to do that. But
and I've punched wells in our properties, and they go like 200 feet.
I was gonna say you're hitting, you're anywhere between 80 and 120, 100. Yeah.
Is that deeper than South Florida would be?
Oh, South Florida, I could take a spoon and hit water.
That's what I wondered. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I hit water quick,
Oh yeah. But like what you're saying, bringing the ponds and the streams and things like that into your backyard, you are bringing water into the birds. Mm-hmm. You will, if you've got fish, you will get herons that will come and stand there and go,
and eat them.
Can I get a koi today for
like at the Cascades they used to do?
Well, one big thing, Laura, is also when I do the ponds, we try to always give the fish a refuge where they can get into deep water because the raccoons here are pretty slick with their hands at fishing, doing some hand fishing. So we try to always give refuge to them. You got to watch out, especially out here in Marion County. It's so beautiful and wild out here that you got to, when you do things, you kind of got to play it by ear where you're at, So
where you're planting, well, because you have the natural birds, and once you begin to bring in something that would be a food source to something else, just plant milkweed, you will get butterflies, which are going to give you the caterpillars that are going to eat it. So you build a pond and you put fish in, you're going to attract the heron and the raccoon and the hawk that are all going to want to eat these same things.
Yeah.
And the fish and frogs and lizards that are also going to move in, and you've got to deal with knowing that this is going to happen.
Yep, it is going to happen.
And like you say, building the refuge, having plants that they can get in behind, stone that they can get up underneath,
deeper water they can get down in the rocks
underneath, and things like that. It's that's all in the design. That's all in the whole plan.
So.
We're all up against another break, so we'll take the last break. Wow, it's gone fast.
It is.
Yeah, it has gone fast.
Wow. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering who Carol Ann's guests are, they are Robert and Maria Zubieta. They have a company called P&P Tikis and More. And go to pptikihuts.com and look at those pictures. That is just a beautiful, beautiful example, I guess, of what they could do in your yard. So we'll take a little break and be right back. This is The Source, WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Plenty of clouds and breezy today with a shower and thunderstorm around. Mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior, though, the high 79 to 83. It'll be mostly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm, low 63 inland, 70 at the coast. Clouds and some sun tomorrow with a shower or thunderstorm, the high 81 to 85. For Thursday, partly sunny, high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Black Cow composted cow manure is a terrific organic soil amendment. We start with cow manure from dairy farms and then compost it a full 90 days. The result is an all-natural, dark, rich soil amendment that's great for everything you grow. Flowers, vegetables, shrubs, trees, and lawns too. Look for Black Cow in the bright yellow and black bag at your favorite nursery or garden center.
Black Cow, the mature manure. Black Cow.
My name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine at A Better You Healthcare's Pokin' for the People Community Acupuncture. Join us every Monday at 4 p.m. for a relaxing and therapeutic community acupuncture session with like-minded, health-conscious individuals from our community. Pricing is only $35. Group sessions involve yoga breathing and acupuncture for the benefit of stress, anxiety, and depression. Unwind and start your week off right. If stress is leaving you a mess, you need a checkup from the neck up. When you're feeling blue, come to A Better You. A Better You Healthcare, just behind the Paddock Mall on 27th Avenue. For further details, visit abetteryouhealthcare.com or call 615-5566. Again, that number is 615-5566.
So you need a credit card, but how do you choose? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have rewards, and we do too. They have customer service. Hello, 24/7. They have celebrities. Hey, Danny. But with Florida Credit Union, there's no annual fee, no liability for fraudulent charges, and no 22% interest rates. Choose Florida Credit Union, and you'll not only have a great credit card, but you'll have the support and personal touch that the big banks, well, can't touch. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Cookies, 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 cookies. When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. That's right. The Great American Cookie Company in the Paddock Mall, Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. You might notice that I said fun and delicious more than once. That's because I can't say it enough. The next time you're at the mall, be sure and stop by or call 352-237-2557 to place your order. Cookies, cookies, Yum. cookies, cookies. We go cookie eating cookies. The Great American Cookie Company.
All right, 12 minutes left in the show. Wow, time has really flown today, Carol Ann. Carol Ann Baldwin is here. Her guests are Robert and Maria Zubieta from P&P Tikis and More right here in Ocala.
Yes, sir.
Fun conversation.
We're having fun talking tikis and outdoor areas and just get everybody outside. And again, I still don't want anybody to forget that the Master Gardener plant sale is this Saturday, the 9th. So perfect time right before Mother's Day. You can get over there and get mom. Take mom. Don't just get mom a plant. Take mom first. Take her out to go to lunch. Have breakfast at home. Come out to the Master Gardener plant sale. They've got herbs. There's ground covers. Some gingers within that, which I love gingers, and gingers work real well with it. And all these tikis as well. That's another one of those that you can bring the tropics in.
Yeah.
Some of the ajuga. Hard to find ajuga around here. Those are great plants too. Your annuals and perennials, and these are either Florida friendly or Florida native plants. Most all of these. So we try to stay away from anything that's going to be too exotic or invasive within the Master Gardener program. But there's also peach trees and other fruit trees that are going to be for our area. area for our chilling hours that are necessary for fruiting. So if you're looking for some fruit trees, some regular trees, some ground covers, some annuals, perennials, herbs, and ground covers, the Master Gardener Spring Plant Sale is this Saturday, the 9th, runs from 8 to noonish, and they have the 4-H kids will tote the stuff out to your vehicle for you. Those kids are super. Those kids work hard.
Oh, really?
We're in our 4-H program.
Yeah, those kids work hard, and you always hear about the bad kids. Let's plug the good kids.
Right.
And so, come on out. Like I said, pick up mom, take her to the sale, take her to lunch. Go plant the plants for her, and then get a hold and then sit down and look at P&P Tiki's on the website, and then plan out what you're going to build for mom in her backyard.
Get me out there. Give me a call, and I'll get out there.
So we'll get everybody going there.
Where is it at, Carolyn? Though
this is the Master Gardener Plant Sale is at the. It's at the Livestock Pavilion, but it's at the Master Gardener's propagation area. So it's on the
east side. The east side of the property.
East side of the property. There you go. And they've got the propagation area. They set it all up to where it's easy, and there'll be Master Gardeners there to answer questions for you. Petunia, the question and answer booth, the traveling Master Gardener office, will be there answering questions. They'll have publications from UF. And the carry-out kids with the 4-H program, so it's a great thing. This is just that short term. It's not the spring festival. This is one of the plant sales, one of the fundraisers. So come on out.
Support.
It helps put on the programs that the Master Gardeners put on throughout the year. A lot of the programs through the schools and through the libraries. It keeps Petunia on the road. And the publications are all University of Florida publications, so we all know that they're.
Can you have a lily pad like you see in children's coloring books? In like a pond, with that pretty yellow flower on it?
Most definitely.
As a matter of fact, you have many varieties of lilies that we can use, especially here in Florida. I mean, it's almost endless of the stuff that I can put in your pond.
And do they get out of control, or is that easy to?
Well, what I do in the ponds, we keep them in buckets. When I put them in your pond, I just leave them in their bucket when I buy them from the source, and they grow out of a rhizome. Which is a root that grows inside the bucket, and we keep them at bay that way, because if not, they will get out of control.
They can take over, and then you would have to go in every couple of years and
pull some out,
clean it out.
Yeah, because we don't spray in our ponds, so, but we do pull them by hand, and, you can get in the ponds and do that if you want, but we do keep them in buckets and keep them at control of that.
And that is a good, to keep some of your aquatic plants, because some of them are really nice, but they will, if they're growing in ideal conditions, they will take over.
They're very aggressive.
Cattail,
your kabamba, hydrilla.
The rushes,
Your spatter dot is one of your lily pads that is real beautiful, and the spatter dot will will take over your pond in days.
Yeah.
It's almost like your water lettuce. When I put water lettuce in ponds, I have to teach them how to pull it out of there, because water lettuce is like it's a spore.
Just gonna,
It spores so fast.
Really?
It's so beautiful though. It's awesome.
And it's an ecosystem.
It is
what it is. And if you can put one out, I always said if I had the money and I had a massive piece of property, you would be there, believe me, because I have the garden planned, and it would be visually from above is where you'd have to see it.
Yeah.
So I'd have to have a tall ladder, because it would be in the shape of the state of Florida.
Really?
With the water system coming down, and Lake Okeechobee being a people pond at the bottom
that's a cool
of
idea.
it.
Me and Carolyn will be doing some work later together.
We're gonna get sketching on this, but you're having some conifers, but it would all be done, and it would have to be a massive, probably about a 5-acre.
What would be
garden.
in Ocala? What would you put here in your landscape?
In the landscape to represent sort of within that central Florida area would probably have some. I don't know how big my garden would have. It would have to be massive. I don't know, because like I said, my people pond, I'd have to start with Lake Okeechobee and build out.
Yeah, right.
I think would
right.
have to be what it would be. Or have the Okefenokee swamp and enter get coming down and bringing my water all the way down to my Lake
That's a cool
Okeechobee,
idea.
and just palms and fruit trees and things like that. It would have a lot of edible landscaping within it.
Is it?
Not yet. So start getting
Yeah,
notes.
right,
Your pen's not moving fast enough to be dictated
Yeah,
right
it should.
now. But that's one of those one of those things.
That is a cool idea. Yeah.
It's just, to me, it would make a gorgeous garden, and either in miniature using some of the dwarf plants like the junipers and things like that on your ground covers, representing some of your areas, just covering, and a lot of edible. And of course, in my gardens, if you can't eat your way through, why not?
This is what I love. What Carolyn's saying right now is what I love about what I do. This guy, like those customers, what do you want?
What do you want? What is your passion?
Mind,
yeah, right.
Carolyn's envision already in her mind what she can do.
Yeah.
And you can do it. It's just no stopping you to what you can do in your eyes. I tell my customers, the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. Every day when you come outside, smile's got to come on your face when you go outside. You know. So.
And you can incorporate the edibles within these landscapes. There's nothing wrong with putting that in. The most beautiful plants many times are what's fruiting.
Oh yes, and your peaches and all that. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Up here, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, now he might be able to answer your banana questions better than I ever can.
What do you got?
About the little bananas.
The little banana. Okay, well,
that are not the yummy little lady fingers.
The only ones I really see growing around here are little ones.
The problem here is in the winter, all the banana plants are going to die down.
Yeah,
they're sprouting back up in the spring, and now they're starting to give the fruit again. We have different varieties. We have two we grow down south. It's a little small one that's kind of salty sweet. It's called Thailandese. It's a Thailandese. They're very small. There's one about 3 times that size, very, very plump.
That's the one we have, right?
That's the one called manzanilla. It's like an apple banana. It's so sweet. I said, if you can eat more than 2 of them, you deserve it because they're just that.
Do you have
sweet.
To wait for them to become yellow, like a Chiquita banana?
Yeah, you have to. You can cut it off the plant before they're all the way yellow. I like to do it and hang them.
Yeah.
And just gotta be careful where you hang them. They will drop sap down, your sugary sap.
Right.
Hang them in a place by a rope and let them get a little sun, and they'll just turn that much better. And they're awesome. They're just good. They're really good. I grew up eating them. We got them. They grow almost year round down south.
Oh yeah, down there.
Here you lose them in the winter. But down south, we got them almost year-round.
So what about the pond in the winter? I mean, sometimes it freezes here.
You got to cover your pond sometimes up here in the weather.
Cover it.
You do cover your pond. There's some heaters you can put in the pond as well. Give the fish a little refuge in a spot where it's a little warmer. Most of the fish we use, though, people don't realize that your koi's are from cold.
They're cold weather.
They're cold weather animals. They can hang in the cold.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. So people realize the fish that we use are pretty much hang anywhere.
And even your common goldfish is actually a 60 to 70 degree water kind of thing.
Yeah, warm water's not that good for fish. Like a fish tank, you can't keep your fish tank too warm. You'll get sickness and you get ick and stuff in there.
Right. You're not going for tropicals in these ponds. Your koi are what Taiwan and Thailand.
And it's cold over there. It's cold over there, so they can hang in the cold weather. You can cover them and to keep them a little warmer and keep it. It does freeze sometimes.
If your water's circulating, you should be.
You keep the water circulating, your pond shouldn't freeze over.
Right.
You should be good with that. So.
Anybody ever go out in their backyard and catch the fish that they put in, like the catfish?
I saw a guy that had a pond that I didn't do. It was huge, and he had different color catfish. There were some varieties of catfish,
really?
And he did like going out there with a bamboo cane pole.
Oh, really?
But he'd throw them back. I mean,
he was just playing with his fish.
He was playing with little small little baby
what a
hooks.
Game!
Yeah, right. Yeah,
pull you by your mouth.
I appreciate it. But no, I don't suggest you catch your expensive koi.
No. But no, there are people with ponds that. They're not just aesthetic ponds, but yes, they do grow brim or tilapia and things like that in those ponds, and that they will harvest from there on occasion. Partially to keep the population down because tilapia will breed.
Yep, they will.
And I think your brim will too if you have a good location. So if you stock your pond, but those are generally going to be much larger. Probably almost quarter-acre size ponds just on that, so that you've got enough room and circulation. But some people do build them, and that can be added as well as a landscape feature. But with that, I would think you could have an issue with some of your larger wildlife beginning to find it.
Yeah, now you're getting into that realm.
Then you're getting into that and having an issue on some of those.
Kind of got about a minute left, so if you want to wrap it up.
Sure, and it's been my pleasure to have you guys here, and we need to see everybody go check out PNP Tiki's online, pptikihuts.com, and think about what you want to put in your landscape.
Yeah, just give us a call at 352-877-3307. Free consultations. Please don't be afraid to call. Carolyn, it's been an honor to be next to you here.
It's been my pleasure.
Your knowledge is overwhelming, and thank you for having us here on behalf of us. And
I can't wait to see some of these things.
We love Marion County, and we're gonna do some good stuff for you guys here.
Great, sounds good.
And by the way, mention Mama V's too.
Oh yeah, wait, come down to Mama V's and have you a great meal, authentic Cuban food you can only find up here.
It's Cuban food. It's Cinco de Mayo, but we can still have Cuban food.
We're not Mexican, but we can still celebrate. Come over, we'll celebrate anything.
You still say it the same way. It's still Cinco de Mayo.
It is.
It's still the 5th of May.
Well, nice to meet you. That was a really great show.
Thank you. Pleasure to meet you guys too.
All right, we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.